Well, get this, more than 65,000 people have applied to participate in the hit series Married at First Sight, but some people are simply harder to match. And that's where the spinoff show Unmatchables comes in, matching 16 applicants from previous seasons and unlocking their relationship potential with the help of experts.
I can literally eat a whole meal while I'm on the toilet.
But are they ready for love?
I've ghosted 15 girls.
I don't really know how to kiss.
Now the experts face their greatest challenge yet. Unusual makeovers.
Your lips are touching this.
Unbelievable transformations.
Get back some of that confidence.
Will they meet their match?
I'm really excited about experiencing love.
Looks like you'll have your hands cut out for you. Relationship mentors Dr. Viviana Coles and Pastor Cal Roberson join us live with more on Married at First Sight Unmatchables. And it's so good to have you both with us. Good morning.
Oh,
Good morning.
So it's like the dream, right? It's everyone's second chance of love. But from what we just saw, guys, it looks like a pretty big job. Am I right?
It is. It is. Go ahead, Cal.
It's a huge job. I mean, you know, the good and the bad of it is the good is that, hey, look, we're giving people a second chance. You know, the difficulty is that some of these people, even though they're awesome and wonderful and attractive, they have some challenges.
Yeah.
Some things that we have to overcome.
Yeah, that's what we're picking up on. I want to ask you, Dr. Viviana, we're talking physical and personal transformation. So give us some insight into some of the kinds of issues that we'll see them work through with y'all.
Well, for a lot of them, it truly is about just making sure that they're putting their best foot forward when it comes to dating. So whether that means that we do some sort of an exterior makeover just to make sure that, again, those first impressions count. But a lot of them are more internal. So it's really holding a mirror and holding their feet to the fire, too, to show them what it is that they're really putting out there and maybe why they've had such obstacles to dating. These people previously applied to be married at first sight in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. And there's a reason they weren't picked. And so we're really trying to set them up for dating.
I mean, it had to be a surprise for them to get the call that, you know, you didn't get on the show originally, but now you have this second chance. I want to ask you, Dr. Cal, we're going to be meeting Evan, Nicole, and Clyde in the episode that airs tonight. So I want you to think back and tell us what you can about them.
Well, actually, Xavier and Ashley, I think, will be tonight.
Okay.
And
yeah,
it's okay. You know, they'll be coming later, Evan and Clyde.
Okay.
But no, it's going to be a wild ride. Some of their challenges are beyond belief. I mean, Dr. Viviana does a great job in being out of the box. And myself too. So because they're radical, they have some radical situations. We have to really use some radical methods to sort of break them out. And we're not trying to change their lives. We can't do it. We only have a week to work with them. We have 2 makeovers in 1 week, and then we send them on a blind date. But tonight with Ashley and Xavier, it's going to be something to watch.
Yeah. Oh man, you're leaving us on a
and whether it's Xavier and Ashley or Evan, Nicole, and Clyde, I mean, these people are so brave, first of all. And by the way, they didn't know what they were getting. When we showed up, it was finally our turn to tell them that they're unmatchable. So you'll get to see their reactions too.
Ooh, looking forward to that. Okay, so I want to take you, I guess, off the show to give us some real life advice for those who are looking for love, haven't, you know, maybe it's been a while since they've had it. What would you tell them if they're getting back in the game to really help them up their game when it comes to dating? I'll give both of you a chance to speak here. I'll start with you,
Okay.
Dr. Cal.
Okay.
Or
Look, if you're
Cal.
trying to get back to the game, understand that, first of all, you have to be willing to change. I mean, the ability to be flexible and to erase what you think, erase what you think relationships are about, and find out from the other person who they are and be willing to adapt. A lot of people don't want to change, but that's sort of like the death knell for a relationship, when you don't want to change or you're inflexible.
And how about for you, Viviana?
I think that, it's very important to remember to slow down. You're not getting married at first sight. You're not in an accelerated process. slow things down. Don't feel like you have to put everything out there on that first date. Really try to pace yourself. And I think this is something you'll see with our singles on Unmatchables. They don't know much about pacing. They're diving into the deep end. Slow things down, ask questions, don't interrogate.
Good to know. Hopefully some helpful advice for some folks today. Dr. Viviana Coles and Pastor Cal Roberson, thank you both so much for visiting with us this morning.
Our pleasure. Thank you.
And you can catch the series premiere of Married at First Sight Unmatchables tonight on Lifetime.